Alright, what is up guys? Action Fear Addict 112 here, and we are going to be taking a look at the Wicked Cool Toys Halo Infinite 118 scale Warthog. Um, so it's funny because I had no idea that this was coming out, or I totally forgot that they showed this at Toy Fair. Because my mind was on other things from Toy Fair up till now with certain figures. And I remember them showing the Halo 3.75-inch figures for Infinite, and I was like, I don't know if I really need them. Not because I'm shitting on Jazzwares. Like, I have faith in Jazzwares as a company because they've been doing some really good stuff in terms of their product that they've been putting out. I think they just need to work on the distribution, especially with the AEW stuff, but that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother day. But I was really excited to see that Jazzwares was going to go all out with the Halo stuff because, you know, Mattel didn't really give us a lot. They just gave us the Halo Universe figures, which were 6-inch scale, but they didn't give us 3.75-inch ones. But I know back in the day we did get 4-inch scaled Halo figures and vehicles to go with them, but those go for a lot now. And McFarlane did Halo stuff, but he did them in the 7-inch. Or no, he didn't. He did them in the weird 5-inch scale or something like that. He did them in a weird scale. And he also did a Warthog too, and he did, I think, some other vehicles. But that Warthog goes for like a couple of hundred. I think it floats around the $100 point on eBay, and I was like, yeah, fuck that, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm glad Jazzwares was able to put this out, and at $29.99 with tax, before tax. So it's time for me to give Jazzwares props again on this, and yeah, we're gonna get into this because I do want to review this before I end up repainting it and repurposing it for my team. So I want to show off all the details that they did before I end up repainting this. So with that being said, let's get into this review. Okay, so what I want to cover first is the figure that comes with it. So I'm going to move this out of the way so we can cover the figure first. So the figure that you do get with this Warthog is Master Chief, which I think it's cool that, you can actually get, you get a whole figure to go with the vehicle. And yeah, he's pretty cool. Move in a little bit. Where's my pointer? So the painting on this is really nicely done. This is what he's gonna look like in Halo Infinite, which is really dope because this is like Halo 3 Master Chief. At least the armor style is very similar to that, which I love because growing up I played a lot of Halo 3 and Halo Reach at my friend's house because they all had Xbox 360s. So we'd usually always go over to someone's house and play Halo. But yeah, the painting is mostly in these areas here. On the helmet, it's really nicely done. The black is really nicely applied. There's that really nice metallic gold for the visor. You have the 117 here. These panels up here are painted. These vents back here are painted. This is painted here. It's just, there's some really nicely done painting on the figure. But then there's really nice techniques done in the figure too, where you have some metallic silver dry brushed in here to give the armor some scratches. And here there's some, either it's dry brushed black, or there's actual black wash being done in some certain areas. Like up here, this is clearly, you know, painted black up there, but in certain areas you can tell that the armor is worn, you know what I mean? Because, you know, over time the Spartan armor does get dirty, it takes damage and stuff like that. I mean, if you've seen George from Halo Reach, I mean, his armor is just like absolutely just beat to shit. Because, you know, these Spartans, they've been around for such a long time. I mean, you've had the Spartan 2s, you know, that's when the Spartan program really started, was with the Spartan 2s. And a majority of these characters started in the Spartan 2 program, or started around that time. Like Noble Team, I'm pretty sure they came before Master Chief. So, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I played Halo. But yeah, there are a lot of Spartans, and a lot of them have been around for a very long time. But yeah, this is really nicely done, and you do get an actual weapon with him. And his weapon is, of course, the weapon that he's had ever since the original Halo Combat Evolved. And that is the iconic Halo Assault Rifle. I was going to say the Battle Rifle, but no, this is not the Battle Rifle. The Battle Rifle is, it's definitely a different shape from this. This is the, yeah. And something that's cool with these is that because of the way his articulation is set up, he can actually chamber, I don't know if you can see that, but he can chamber and look down the sights of his gun. When I found out that he could do that, I was like, holy shit, Jazwares really put in effort into these. It's like, this is what we should be getting from G.I. Joe. You know, but we're not. And it's really saddening that you have a company smaller than Hasbro, but can give us quality fucking figures. So, yeah, and then something that's cool is that they, at least for him, his assault rifle has a peg on it. Which, stand up there, Chief. So yeah, there's a peg right there, and then this is molded in black, but there's this gray area painted here. The target, the little mark here where the ammo count would show isn't there, so that's kind of sucky. I mean, they could have just, whoop, you know, a little bit of blue, just whoop, but no. That's okay though. This is still a pretty badass weapon. And he has a peg on his back, so, or a hole in his back that you can peg that into, because if you played Halo, the weapons tend to have like a magnetic lock on it, so at least I'm pretty sure with Halo 3, I'm not sure about Halo 3, but I know Halo 4 and 5, the guns magnetically lock on to their backs, and then they're able to pull it off. So I think that's cool that they put a peg in there so that he can do that. But in terms of his articulation, his head is on, let me see, I thought it was on a double ball, but it seems to just be on a ball joint. But he can look up this much, he can look down this much, he can look left, right, or left, right. He's got some sass, not too much. His arms can rotate 360, they can move up. I'm pretty sure this is a softer, yeah. So, I'm pretty sure his, I'm thinking maybe his arms go up more. No, I think that's as far as they go up. You go all the way down to his sides, no problem. He has a rotation here, single joint, he's got a hinge in his hand, which if you turn it can go side to side, and he has it in here too, so that's cool. In terms of his ab crunch, he can he can crunch forward this much and back this much, side to side. His legs can move up this much, they can move back this much, they can move out this much. He does have a thigh cut, nice. Double joint knees, and he also has an ankle rocker, and his feet can move up this much and they can move back this much. So overall the articulation is not bad. I kind of wish they went with a double ball here, but overall not bad articulation for Chief. So his figure's pretty cool. But, you know, as cool as he is, and as cool as it is to get a Master Chief figure, the main attraction is this: the Warhog. So, as you can see, I have myself, Killswitch, and one of my members of my team, Quickscope, sitting there passenger side, but I'm gonna have to move myself out of here because I want to show you guys the details on this Warhog. So I'm gonna lift the camera up here. I'm gonna get as detailed as I can. So as you can see, this is like a gunmetal color, and if you look on the inside, the consoles actually have paint on them. You can see the areas where you can see the speedometers. That's all painted. I don't know if in Infinite these Warhogs are going to have the emergency pack, but I know in Halo 3 and Halo Reach they had them. So they don't on this one, but I mean, that is a lot of detail. There's like steel grating on there. There's little pedals in there. There's some paint here. There's some little silver here for some damage. Then on the front here, you have all the lights and stuff. The winch is painted. Now, it can't actually come out. It would be cool as hell if it did, but it doesn't. You got the UNSC logo right here. You have the actual UNSC logo right there. You have your chain gun back here, which this is on a hinge, and then this rotates. It's just real, it's real stiff because this is new, but yeah, it can rotate though. It's just real stiff. As you can see here, there's foot pegs. There's a little gas cap there and there, the antenna. So when you open this, you actually have to put the chain gun, plug it in here, and then the ammo belt is separate from this. So this, and these 4 gas canisters, they come in a little baggie that you just attach, and these all come off, so if you need to replace the gas or something, you can do that. And back here, there's all this detail back here. Some battle damage and worn out stuff, you know, or worn out stuff. Worn out steel and stuff like that, because I mean, knowing how a majority of us drive these things in Halo 3 and multiplayer and Reach and all that stuff, you know, these especially the Scarab mission in Halo 3, these took a fucking beating, man. But yeah, this is really cool. This is, yeah, really, really cool. The barrel doesn't rotate on this, though, so that kind of makes me sad. But it is cool that all of this moves here and all that stuff. So, yeah. The wheels, at least the tires, they feel like rubber. Yeah, these are rubber, and then the wheels are plastic, and then underneath is just all of this. There's no suspension, but they did sculpt all of this shit, so at least the underneath, the chassis and the suspension, the axles, and all the mechanical details all sculpted in there, so I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm going to move this out of the way again, sorry. And I'm going to bring in Chief again, because I do want to do some size comparisons, because this is my first Jazwares Halo figure, so I'm going to be doing some comparisons with some figures. So I'm going to bring in Joy Toy, Marauders, and that type of stuff. So if I can get her to stand. This is a Jazwares Fortnite figure. I just repurposed her for Hell's Fifth. She's kind of hard to stand up, as you can see. Okay. Let me get one of the Joy Toy females. Put her on the side. And let me try to find a sorry. There we go. There's her. Find a G.I. Joe figure to compare next to him. There we go. Okay. So here is how the Wicked Cool Toys Master Chief compares next to this is how he compares next to the G.I. Joe Pursuit of Cobra 50th Retro Snake Eyes, my Marauders Task Force Valkyrie. This is Quick Scope. This is the Jazwares Fortnite, was it Bright Bomber or something like that? I repurposed her in, like I said, Hell's Fifth. Here she is next to the Joy Toy Hell's Fifth Captain, and then here he is next to the Joy Toy Fox Hunter version B, or in my universe, she's known as Blackout. So, yeah, I think he's about the right size. He is bigger than all of them, but then again, the Spartans are like 7 or 8 feet tall. So I think Jazwares did a good job with these. They're definitely bigger than normal people, so I'm okay with that. Now, the Warhog is a pretty cool vehicle. Usually I would, sit down and record my final thoughts, but I'd rather just do it like this. So my final thoughts on this is, I have to say, I'm very impressed with Jazwares. I mean, they've been killing it this year with the Fortnite figures, the AEW figures, and now the Halo figures. I can't wait to find the Master Chief and Cat and get them in the collection. But I think for $30, this is a very nice vehicle. I mean, this is him next to the Warhog. And then this is a regular person next to it. So it's a pretty big vehicle. yeah, I'm just very satisfied with my purchase. So if you're looking for vehicles to either repurpose, or you're a big Halo fan and you're a 1/18 scale collector, check these out. I know they're at Target right now. This was $29.99. The single figures are $10. The 2-packs are $20 for the 4-inch figures, and then the 6-inch figures are $20 as well. I didn't see the Mongoose with Master Chief. I didn't see that one there, but I know these are $4 per store. So definitely pick up one if you're looking for more vehicles. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and Action Figure Addict 112 out.